I've had a few people ask me for a tour of the bookstore, and we've been open about 7 months at this point, close to 8, and we've made some subtle changes throughout the shop, and it would be nice to kind of share the current layout and status of the shop with you guys. So without further ado, let's go. So this is our front display table. It faces our front windows, obviously, and this is where we are currently showcasing our blind date with a book. We've got some plants, which I'm either great or terrible at maintaining. And we also have these really fun activity books, which do really well. And we're big on, obviously, kind of keeping some natural elements in the shop. Before I show you guys the horror section, we've got our seating area. We try to make this place as comfortable as we can. Now, we're not a cafe. We're not necessarily a lounge. We don't have a ton of seating. Part of that is just because we're only 1,160-ish square feet. So we wanted to maintain it like an open feel, but we wanted it to be comforting. This chair swivels. The kids absolutely adore it. And it doesn't take them long to find it. To our left here is our horror section. Obviously, we've been busy restocking from Independent Booksellers Day or Independent Bookstore Day, so we're a little leaner than usual, and I'm missing some of my usual indie titles, but you can see we're maintaining quite a bit still. Got a little bit of restocking yesterday, and I'll just give you a quick scan of the shelves here. Of course, Mr. King gets his own shelf. We put him on the bottom, not that he's bottom shelf, but you get it. He doesn't need as much he doesn't need as much front and center as a lot of our other horror writers. All right, shout out to S.Q. McGrath and Brian McCauley, J.H. Markert, Malfi, Adam Neville, Sam Rebeline, Cynthia Palayo, Angela Sylvain, Saratoga Schaefer, Rebecca Rowland. Guys, we've got them. Over here, I like to keep some of my spicier, let me see if I can get this thing to level out. We keep some of our spicier, dark, romance, fantasy type stuff. This is so I can keep it close to where I am and make sure that we don't have any kids getting into it. Just trying to be a little bit responsible about that. All right. We keep a lot of our new releases right here on our checkout counter. I need to rotate this stock, but I also keep some titles that I just want to highlight that I really want to put like front and center for people to see. Shout out to Grace Reynolds. Look at Neon Moon. So much fun. All right. And then we have our children's and teen and YA sections. For our children's books, we try to keep some of your more popular titles for graphic novels. A little bit of an assortment for age. Everything from our super young kids, Frog and Toad, always. Local writers that write children's, more local writers, classics, some K-pop Demon Hunters, what's up? And then over on our teen and YA, we also put some manga up there. Right. We get more into the teen and YA fiction. It's the good stuff, man. Red Queen is a big seller, if you guys aren't picking that up. J.S. Furlong is a Virginia writer. Morgan Rice. Of course, we've got the janitors. Yeah, and then we have some merch. I'm down to my last Stranger Things tote bag. Check this out. It's like a library card for Stranger Things. I did get that through Ingram, so. And then we've got our own custom tote bags, which I'm super proud of. T-shirts. You guys have seen those before. And we're getting ready to install a shelf above the t-shirts where we can stack some more merch and some decorations. But yeah, and then we just got these Dungeon Crawler Carl t-shirts in because we are big fans of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and of course want to support everything that's going on with that amazing series. Matt Dinneman's created a monster. We've got a lot of indies over here, including my own books, my own series. This is kind of like, I put a lot of post-apoc on this table, so if you're into post-apocalyptic fiction, some dystopian. We've got Catherine Silva, we've got Zach Bohannon, and then we've got big hitter Kyla Stone. She's huge in the EMP post-apoc thriller world. Then we've got a couple of locals. William R. Wood, he came and did a signing with us. So did Joseph Madry. Shout out to Joe, he is fantastic. Then we've got other releases here. Some are middle grade, some are horror, all are locals or indies or books that I carried over from an event. All right, let's do a quick scan of one of our showcase tables. Special thanks to author Sunny Hudson, who's local, who donated this table to the store, and I can't thank him enough for that. But what I do is I kind of use this to highlight some of our more recent hardcover additions to the store. They're not all necessarily new releases, but a lot of them are, and some of them are not, and we like to mix those in. And I have another table over here that also has thriller, new release, and some just recent release hardcovers. Again, I got these tables. All these tables are secondhand. This one's gorgeous. Yeah, super cool. The only furniture in here that's not secondhand is the stuff we built or these chairs that we bought from places like Marshall's. All right, now I'm gonna take you guys down the long wall here. And of course, I've gotta show you the bubblegum machine before we do that. So, I'm an OG Gen Xer, grew up with these bubblegum machines, and our friend Nicole found these, bought them, and dedicated them to the bookstore. So, just eternally grateful to Nicole for being, one, eclectic and fun and so cool, and two, thinking about us while she was pulling some items together for her own home. And now we've got our thriller section. Now for thriller, we've got a lot of your classics mixed in with, and so we have like mystery, crime, and thriller all together. S.A. Cosby, he's local, and he's massive. El Cosimano, local, also a huge hit, obviously nationally. J.T. Ellison. We try to keep a mix of some of your more popular thrillers and some of your middle of the road thrillers and a couple of locals mixed in. We are big fans of Alice Feeney here. Yeah. All the Riley Sagers. M.A. Scalberg is local. This one's pretty cool. A woman avenges her husband's death. She basically becomes a serial killer to get revenge. We've got some more local artists. Now, this is one of the coolest things about this shop. you'll find local books right on the same shelf next to Ruth Ware, right? Like, and I'm not sure if I want to keep Strange Buildings in the thriller section. I'm considering moving that over to horror. And then one of the most interesting authors that we carry is Tanya Kappas. She is a powerhouse in the cozy mystery genre, and she is a huge seller, but she's also an indie author, and she kind of is like a pace setter for a lot of the other writers in that industry, in that genre. Here we've got our literary fiction. So we showcase some of our hardcovers on the top shelf. Love our shelf decorations up there. Literary fiction is predominantly bestsellers. It's just the nature of that genre. We have some classics mixed in, but we try to separate our classics to another section. But you'll find a lot of your biggest sellers in the last decade here. I did recently review The River's Waiting from Wally Lamb. If you haven't watched that video, you guys can check that out. So yeah, we try to keep a little something for everybody. We support a lot of book clubs through the literary fiction section. And that moves me into sci-fi. Let me start at the top here. Now our sci-fi section, we've got our buddy sitting up here on the shelf. Of course, octopus, octopi, they are special to us since our logo is founded on them. We've got some fun science fiction series. Again, another mix of industry big hitters. We've got a little less indie authors in our sci-fi section, which I would love to kind of fix. Here is what was a fully stocked Dungeon Crawler Carl shelf. I am waiting for my inventory to come in today, hopefully. If not, then tomorrow. And there's a local indie, Ryan Overton. He wrote The Trenches of Europa and The Trenches of Titan. Same with Martin Paris. He wrote Whispers of the Sower. You'll find him in our horror section as well. Of course, you got to have the Dune. Shout out to Philip Fracassi. Need to get you some more shelf space there, Phil. In the sci-fi section. Brandon Sanderson. We Are Bob. Yeah, I've sold out of a couple of titles overnight, so I've got to restock, but Hail Mary's obviously moving quite a bit this time of year with the movie release and everything. And then the Murderbot series, which is super popular. All right. Let's take a look at our first of 2 bays of fantasy. And we kind of reserve this section for a lot of our newer release or recent release hardcovers in fantasy, because fantasy readers are avid hardcover readers, right? Miss Genre does a great job with painted edges. I'll just show you one, for example. Here's Starside. I mean, look at this thing. It's gorgeous. And Infinite Shores just came in yesterday. Of course, we've got a shelf full of Brandon Sanderson. We have a lot of his readers in the shop. A lot of V.E. Schwab as well. So, yeah, we give fantasy hardcovers a lot of shelf space because that's what our readers want, and this is their shop. Now for our second bay of fantasy, we've got The Hobbit, a collection of The Hobbit sitting right on top, just kind of like a nod to the OGs. Technically, it's the whole Lord of the Ring series, with The Hobbit included, of course. We give Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros top shelf treatment here because of the way they consume shelf space. And we have a high turnover rate of their titles, naturally. So, lots of fantasy. Lots of fantasy series, which, depending how you feel about series. New TJ Klune. And a lot of Terry Pratchett. I'm so happy to be carrying Terry Pratchett's work. Another indie. What's up? Weird West, Rawhide Revenants. And we've got our romance section. And in our romance section, it's organized mainly by alphabetical, but we do deviate a bit. We have 2 full bays of romance, and I'll take you guys through each of those shelves. We got these cool little shelf decorations for the genres. I think we got those off Etsy. Claire Contreras, big fans of Claire Contreras here. New Carly Fortune. Allie Hazelwood, we sell a lot of Allie Hazelwood. I don't move as much Ellen Hildebrand as I thought I would. A lot of Emily Henry fans. And I love how we kind of like mix these little decorations in on the shelves just to keep things fun. Helps break things up a bit too, visually. A lot of Abby Jimenez. And some locals. Marlis Melton's a local. Hers like historical romance kind of deal. Christina Lauren. All right, back up and give you the other romance shelf. All right. And we start with Max Monroe, Casey McKiston. Lots of Max Monroe. Megan Quinn gets an entire shelf here. Prolific. Got some hits from Amazon that you don't normally see in a lot of bookstores, like Sylvan Reynard. Yeah, and we've got quite a bit on the shelves right now, but we're gearing up for the summer reads. Of course, we've got all the hockey romance. And then we've got some locals and some indie authors. A little military romance. And then down here, kind of tucked away in the corner, is the Binding 13, Chloe Walsh. Fun. All right, now what I want to do is I want to take you over to one of my favorite spots in the store. And this is where I keep a lot of the Sobelo Books titles. And then some of the other like fun indie press type work. This is the entire Killer VHS series from Shortwave Publishing prior to their new distribution deal. So I was able to get a bunch of these in the shop. They're just a blast. And then we've got Sobelo Books titles here. For those that don't know, I'm the co-founder of Sobelo Books, which is a dark speculative fiction / horror publisher. LP Hernandez, what's up? Chris Panettiere, M. Regan. This one was preliminary ballot material for the Stokers. Bram Stoker Awards this year. Immortelle from Catherine McCarthy. My God, she's like one of my favorite Gothic writers. Just an amazing writer. Recall from Alan Baxter. It's an omnibus of 3 books It's incredible. Another Catherine McCarthy title. That one's Existential Crisis for an Artist. Outstanding. Writhe. That one will make you writhe. And then these are not Sobelo titles, but they're other smaller press titles that I like to keep in the shop. And there's some more copies of Candy Cane Kills, which, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, I need to put another order in. Okay, so let's look at some of our merch. A friend of mine was kind enough to bring me a poster from the National Book Festival this year. So cool. Thank you, Michael. And then we've got these really fun cards. They're from a company called Bad Betty. They're a greeting card company, and we get these through Fair. We buy a lot of our wholesale merchandise through Fair. I'm so happy you settled for me. They're just fun. I hate everyone but you. I know. I'm like being an old man right now. I love how we don't have to say out loud that I'm your favorite child. So we've got some Mother's Day cards here, some Father's Day cards. These really fun little notepads. I won't read this one out loud, but you can do your thing. I like this one personally. Shit, I might forget. Yeah, so we sell these. We do a good bit of merchandise sales for items like this. And then we have more cards here. And these are super cool. They're called book hooks. They're like bookmarks, but they sit in the spine of your book. And this pendant hangs over the side of the book. They're gorgeous. They're handmade. They come out of Detroit, Michigan, from the Divine Iguana. And they're pretty reasonable priced too. Just about $15, $14, $15 for each. We've got a whole bunch of patches, which are cool. TBR jars. These are great. Readers can fill out these little cards that are inside. Let me move so the shadow's not in there. TBR jars, like they have these little cards in them, and then you fill them out with all the book titles that are sitting on your TBR list on your shelf. And then you can just pull the cover and draw a title when you're ready for your next book. We have a journal here. We had a bunch of watercolor books, and we've since sold most of them. I need to restock. These are cool. These are lens wipes from Jinkies. Let me get that right. Jinkies. These are lens wipes for glasses, screens, phones, laptops. They're a lot of fun. We've got everything in there. And then we've got stickers, bookmarks, and there are various types. We sell a lot of stickers, but they range anywhere from $1.50 to $3.50 generally. Our super cool bookmarks. What's up? Our cool stickers. Yeah. And these are fun. This was like day one stuff. We brought that stuff into the shop day one. And then we've got these really fun candles. These prayer candles. We've had some controversy over this one. St. Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, Bad Bunny, Steve Harrington. We've got more on the other side. I'm getting ready to restock those as well. We've had Stevie Nicks, tons of different types. Buttons, more stickers, magnets. These have been actually kind of popular lately. These magnets, they're like classic book covers. This is Pride and Prejudice. Awesome. And we got these little book magnets. These are book covers. And they're magnets that you can stick to each other. You can stick them on your refrigerator. We have these printed, custom printed. Yay. Pretty cool. I also keep on this shelf, I keep a lot of my series box sets that we've brought into the store. These are great for holidays. I had a huge shelf of the Dark Tower series right here, but those sold And they might sit on your shelves for a while, but they'll eventually move. And when they do, they generally sell for anywhere from like $80 to $200. So not too shabby. Okay. One of my favorite little corners of the shop is here beside my somewhat messy point of sale system. We have our classics. And so we have everything from like George Orwell, some copies of The Hobbit, some classic Gothics, Ursula Le Guin. I do have a special edition of Catherine Silva's The Deadlands Omnibus series here. There we go, now you can see it. So there's the special edition of the Omnibus of the Deadlands series. Next to the Scarlet Letter. We love these Penguin Classics Deluxe editions. They're so cool. They've got great art on them. They also have the rough cut pages, which is nice. People love them. The art is just incredible. Those are our favorite classics to order in. Yeah, so War of the Worlds, Tale of Two Cities, and these are a big hit. They're hardcover, gold-leafed classics wrapped in plastic, and they are ridiculously low price. This is $16. It's crazy. This is all from Peter Popper Press. They call them the Masterpiece Edition. Just so cool. Okay. And I move a lot of those as well. Now you're probably wondering what's going on here in this crazy back counter. I've got my War of the Worlds poster predominantly placed, or proudly placed here in the middle of the wall. But this wall and the top of this back counter, we just built this back counter. Again, thanks to my dad, Charlie Marino, who does all the carpentry for additions in the shop like that. He built this out using some of the old display cases that were on our walls. If you guys have seen our earlier videos about how we opened the shop, or the week or 2 weeks before we opened the shop, us moving around those bookcases, that's what those are. We cut those in half, and then he put a top on it, and we prepped and primed and painted them. But there's going to be a fireplace mantle on top of this, and we're going to put a TV in the center of it, and we're going to show movies during the holidays and showcase sales, and we're going to put all those pictures you see along the back. All of these pictures, these framed items, are going to go on the wall around the fireplace. So we've got the Velveteen Rabbit, The Hobbit, Tale of Two Cities, just some really cool like bookstore items. And I guess that's what I'll show you guys last, is I'll show you some of the decorative elements here. I've got a light getting ready to go out, so bear with me here. But we've got our top of our bookcases plus the top shelf are all reserved for decorations or overstock of books, and we're in the process now of bringing more in, but we've got these really cool old typewriters that we bought at a secondhand store, an oddity store in Richmond. We've got these cool, there's my light blinking. We've got these cool items that we've picked up from Michael's and Marshall's and Home Goods and kind of all over the place. All these skulls. People love these. I've had people try to buy these off the shelves. Our little horror tags. I guess I should bring you guys around the shop to see some of the... There's our Nathaniel Hawthorne quote. And get that centered for you. There we go. Cool. These little butterflies hanging in the windows. They're cool. They're paper butterflies with words on them. We've got Wake Up and Read from National Library Week, 1963. We also have this cool, like, old school library card with due dates stamped on it, framed on the wall. And then at the top of each of these, we have more decorations. And then my books, framed, because my wife is awesome. She's like, we should take these framed covers of your book art and put them on top of the bookcases, which is nice. Not my idea, but I do appreciate it so much. Yeah, and that's pretty much the shop. I mean, there's no reason to show you the back office and the restroom, but you guys get it. Oh, here's another important item. This is our discount bin, and we give our shoppers great deals on either books that were overstocked, and rather than return them, we just discount them and sell them. And then if we have damaged books, we can sell them at a discount here as well. And then our checkout station with our Shopify point of sale. More. Yeah, so pretty cool. I appreciate you guys spending some time with us, checking out the shop today. And there you go. That's Spineless Reads, Williamsburg, Virginia. And I hope you guys will add us to your itinerary if you visit Williamsburg anytime soon. Come see us. I do pre-orders. We keep the shelves stocked pretty well, and we're very proud of what we've built here. It's a beautiful shop. Not just saying that because we made it, but it's unique, and you'll find a little something for everybody here. We appreciate you guys. See you in the next video.